After you turned babyface again, it seemed like you got buried in a way. Is that accurate, or was there another reason you weren't spotlighted?
I think I got buried. I was. It was during the time I was getting burned out, and quite frankly, I was ready to quit.
All right. Memories of working with young Bret Hart at the time, and did you think he was going to be a big name?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He had it. He had it. I think Vince didn't have the reason why he made a really good name is that he had no competition up there in WWF because all the good guys, all of us were gone. So he was the only thing he could focus on that much. Is he a great worker? He's a good worker. Terrible interview. That I think he's bigger than he thinks he is, or he acts bigger than what he is. Um, he was all right. You know, do I think he was a superstar? No.
Thoughts on your series with Rick Rude?
Rick, that's when I got hurt, and I was hurt. See, I got hurt bad then. You know, I was hurt, and I kept going on it, and it got to the point I couldn't go no more. And it was during that time with Rick, I couldn't really give him my all, but Rick was my best friend. You know, I was one of the pallbearers at his funeral, and to this very day, I think of Rick. I talked to him the night before, and to this day, you know, I miss him. Rick was my friend, good friend. He was my hunting buddy. I got him interested in hunting, and I had him helping me down there at the power plant, you know, school, and he just sad.
Right.
Lost. To me, he was a heel in the '80s. When I left, he was the guy. I thought he was a darn good heel.
It was awesome.
And he loved the business. He loved it. It killed him. He loved it too much.
You left after, I believe it was Survivor Series. What led you to leaving?
It was time to go.
Did you and Vince leave on good terms?
No. No. I got buried. And I mean, I don't know if I left on bad terms. I ain't going to say that. But I think that people got his ear that tell him I didn't get hurt. I was hurt. I mean, I was hurt. It was obvious I was hurt. And I kept going and going and going, and I was burnt out. And I don't know if he understood that or not. To this day, I don't know.
What injury did you have at that time?
My shoulder and everything. I mean, my whole right side was, you know, I didn't care, to tell you the truth.
Were you prepared at the time to retire financially?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I remember a story, I don't know how it happened, but there was an obituary report about you.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I used to get calls at my bowling center. I had a bowling center in Georgia. And yeah, I heard that. I think somebody said I died on steroids. That's stupid. I don't know. I don't know where it even got started.
For the brief time, was it hard stepping away from the business? You need a timeout?
Yeah. One thing about me, Rob, is that when I'm done with something, I'm done.
All right.
I'm done.
I guess you came back for Joel Goodhart and you wrestled Curry Von Erich here in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Any memories of that?
No.
Okay.
Not really. I don't even remember the match. I don't even remember. You never knew where he was coming from. So.
Yeah. How did you wind up in WCW?
Well, I could have went with them when they were giving out all these big contracts. One of the fellas in the office, I forget the lawyer's name, but he used to. Yeah. They wanted me to sign. I could have signed for a chunk, a lot of money. I really could have. And I probably should have, but I had the bowling alley, and I didn't want no more of it. I told them no. I probably turned down $500,000 plus a year. Easy. Easy. Was that a mistake? Yeah. I should have done it. But I didn't. I was home. I hadn't been home in 20 years, man. I was tired. Mentally, physically. Anyway, I look back, and if I had that chance again, I would have done it. Yeah, I would have stuck it out another couple of years. Could have done really well. I sure did. I had that opportunity.
Now, when you did go to WCW, how would you compare it to the WWF as far as the locker rooms?
Yeah. Nothing will ever be like it was up there in WWF.
The glamour and all that.
Nothing. Second rate.
How are you treated by the new generation stars like Sting, the Lugers, the Steiners, Sid Vicious?
Sid and Steiner and those guys, I liked a lot. I really didn't have a lot of respect for Luger and those. I thought he was he's a poor excuse to have a body like that. Acts like such a sissy. It's puking.
Huh.
There's people like that that's why the business is where it is. It's got people like that. I think at one time Sting was okay. I don't know much about him. I never heard of Luger. He's a sissy.
Did you ever think that there were going to be big names like Sting and Sid, or did you see them as just,
Well, I think Sting, I was in New York all up there. I didn't know much about him.
Right.
The people up there weren't hollering Sting or nothing.
Yeah.
It wasn't about that. Sid, I thought Sid had a lot of potential. Big guy, big, just a freak. But, nowadays, people, just because you're a freak don't make you going to be something. You got to have something to go with it. And I think a lot of these guys, they just, if they're big and stuff like that, that's all they resort. That's all they do. That's all they think they have to do is just look that way, and they're going to, people are going to buy it. No, let me tell you, these wrestling people, they're smart. They're a lot smarter than we give them credit. They really are. They know what they want. They know what they like. And if they don't, you'll tell the next time you go if there's nobody in them seats. That's the way it is. If the people want to see something, they're going to come. Snow, rain, it don't make no difference. You can make all these guys make excuses up. Well, there ain't nobody here in the main event because it stunk.
Do you think because the fans are so smart now that it hurt the business?
Oh yeah, to a point. I mean, you're trying to dish them something here that's believable. Say myself, and then the next time you go over here and it's Tiny Tim and Adrian Adonis. You see, that contrast there,
right.
And that's what they've done. They've gone so far to over here. I just think and wrestling has been hot for 10 years now? 10? That just goes to show you that the people really do love this. It's kind of like NASCAR. Those fans there, they love their NASCAR races. Right. And it was that way with wrestling, but they've gotten away from it now. I just think all these big, huge bumps, like I said, going off balconies and this and that, and then the guys get up from it. Well, it's an insult, in my opinion. I mean, when you go to see a movie, you like to watch a movie that looks real and that makes some sense. But, you got Martian comes in and doing this and doing, forget it. They don't do nothing for me. And I hear this all the time. So I don't think it's just me.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.